might be the thing to do, guys. I was going to spend this entire show talking about Shannon Beador. We are going to get to Miss Beador if we have time, but someone has contacted me who was just at the Gorgas housewarming party. Now, lots of people contact. By the way, if anyone is listening and has real, true inside tea that's relevant or is Jersey related, it doesn't have to be Jersey related, but if it's Jersey related, it's always relevant because that seems to be what you guys want from me. But we're going to cover all the show. So slip into the DMs. Things are vetted. We don't just take a source. We speak to people on the phone. We meet them in person. We ask for pictures. We don't just, but by all means, slip into the DMs if you got some tea. Like at one point, and I don't mean to put this person down, I love them dearly. They were like, I live in the same building as Ashley and Michael Darby. I get thousands of things like this a day. It's like, okay, has Michael brought a male prostitute in? Does Michael have a younger boyfriend who's a man? Like, you got to give me something here. Do you see Luke Gulbranson from Summer House there with Ashley? Okay, you live in the same building. Keep me posted when something happens, guys. Well, this source has been vetted. Now, this person attended, is not a cast member, attended the housewarming of Miss Gorga and Mr. Josephina. So let's start with this and spill some tea on what happened. I find a lot of it very interesting. Now, the housewarming was filmed. I imagine lots of stuff is cut. I imagine we're going to see it next season on Jersey. So, of course, everybody was in attendance. It was a full cast event. Danielle's friends were there, these new people that might become full-time. Danielle Cabral's friends. And of course, Teresa and Louie were not there. When we see Teresa off living her life, I mean, could you imagine? And I'm really not taking sides. I mean, that's another thing that I don't know if you guys realize. Everyone said for a while, blah, 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 blah. I'm such a Teresa fan. I'm really not. This podcast I really have no problems with anyone. I don't even have a problem with Marge. Now, we're not going to get into it now, but Margaret and I have spoken on the phone. Oh, yeah. Sorry for all you tree huggers, because I don't have a side. Margaret and I have spoken since the whole Hamptons thing. And within the past, I would say 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, Margaret and I have spoken on the phone. Now, let's see how much time we have here. I know everyone is like saying something now, but really that's a whole nother conversation. Okay. So I really have nothing against anyone. I don't want to have any personal feelings towards any of these people. The older you get, trust me, the smaller your circle gets. Right now, everybody listening, when you are on your deathbed, trust me, think of who is going to be there in your life. I promise you it is a small circle. So I'm really okay with not being friends with any of these people. I don't want to get called into the middle of it. I just want to do my job. And my job is to be honest to all of you. But I think about if you're Teresa. I mean, I've been at filmings. She's so over her job. I mean, I would be over my job too if I were doing it for 13 or 14 years. But to make the money, I mean, so Teresa must be loving her life that there's all these things that like are full cast events and they're thrown by Melissa or this one or Margaret or whoever. And they're just like, yeah, it's actually because when it's a cast event, guys, you have to go. You have no choice. I don't care if you're sick. Like when I used to be friends with Margaret and we used to hang out, she would say, same thing when I was friends with Aiden. I don't know what day I can meet you for dinner. Like I have to wait to see the one day I get off with filming. So Teresa must be loving her life that you're basically making whatever the money is you're making. And like, they're like, girl, go to Italy, go overseas. You don't have to be at this event. It's 3 days. This is thrown by this one. She's not speaking to you. That one's not speaking to you. Yeah. Oh, Louie and her fire up the private jet and take off. She must be loving it. I would love to make my salary and not have to show up here today. But anyway, so Teresa and Louie weren't there. It was being filmed. Now, the first person, so people are arriving. Now, the first thing that happens, and again, I'm not coming for anyone, Messy G. Messy G comes running down the stairs and she's not pleasant. She's like, oh my God, what are people doing here? Why is the film crew here? I am not being filmed like this, screaming. I'm not dressed. This person did not have anything good to say about Melissa. Okay, not me saying it. That's what they're saying. I have no teams here, guys. So apparently Melissa, when the cameras are not rolling, to use this woman's words, was a total bitch. Totally nasty, was like, I need to be filmed. Let me go get ready. Now, meanwhile, the little guy, Mr. Josephina, is barking orders at everyone as if he is Andy Cohen, like this and that, and I want you over here. Also not very pleasant. Now, this person happened to notice, because I don't know if there was an actual tour of the house. They said this. They said that the house looks nice to me. It's actually not my style. I'm kind of like a little bit of the, like I don't really necessarily want a lot of stuff in the house, so I actually am okay with the style of their house. I like Teresa's house too. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, let me just tell you. They said that the house is not as big or as grand as it appears in the pictures that Messy G has been posting 24/7. The house looks pretty damn big to me. It's in Franklin Lakes, which is, it's right down the street from Kathy and Richie, so that's like a good place. But they said it's not as big as you would think. So that's just what they said. Now, here's something, guys. Everyone that's watching on YouTube, go to YouTube, Behind the Velvet Rope. There's little clips that you'll never get the full thing there. But here's the deal. This is, so everyone who's watching on YouTube can see the smile on my face from ear to ear. They said, in the kitchen on like the island, there was 3 pictures. There was a picture of Melissa, Joe, and the kids. And then there were 2 other pictures of Melissa, Joe, and the kids. A family picture. Now, that's not strange. You have 3 pictures of your family in the kitchen. Isn't that the home, the heart of the home? Isn't that what they say for all you people that cook? I don't cook. I don't got a family. I don't got nobody. I have my different homes and I have myself, and God only knows what I have. But again, it's not about me. Now, that's not the strange part. They said, I guess you got a house tour or you got to just wander. Well, they said throughout the entire house, other than these 3 pictures of the family and Melissa, there were pictures everywhere of Messy G. Not Joe, not Antonia, not Gino, not the 3 kids, not the parents, not the sisters, not Donna Marco, Messy G. There was displays of magazine covers that Messy G was on. These things were, from what I'm told, like framed. I don't know if they were framed on the wall, framed pictures. Everywhere you look, it was a shrine to Messy G. Which, listen, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm calling you Messy G. It's kind of like a term of endearment, girl. I'm being nice to you today. I'm just